Today I'm going to show you the foam board baseboard that I've finally finished and how I'll put it together. So if you enjoyed this project and would like to follow along, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be told of when I upload new videos. I started out remeasuring the boards as I had originally planned to do it without the shelves being kind of in the way, so I needed to slightly lower the height of the layout. So now just using the mount cutter to cut through the foam board. It's so much easier doing it that way. And now I'm moving into the construction phase of the build. I decided to make the frame at the bottom kind of all one piece and then add the sides to it, as I thought that would give me a bit more kind of strength and rigidity. I cut all the longitudinal pieces at one go, and the top frame spaces were cut slightly wider to give it a bit more strength. The beauty of the mount cutter is that you can just replicate the same measurement over and over and over again. Now I'm using a CD case to keep everything at right angles and as straight as possible. And it's at this point I kind of realised that it's now kind of getting a bit problematic kind of doing the build on my modelling table, as it's just too large. But I get the basic bottom frame completed and glued up. And it's at this point I start trying out a different glue I found in one of my modelling boxes, and was very old and probably long past its sell by date. And with the hot glue this made for a very strong join. I've now moved to the top of the layout and I'm putting on the vertical bracing part. Now flipping it over, I put the horizontal spacer in, which also makes it square as well. Now I'm moving to the back top bracing pieces. And now I've moved to the underside bracing, which I've just shown you a bit of. And the last bit of this section is just me cutting out the previous mock-up to see the height of the buildings in the back scene. This video has been a bit piecemeal, as I found out that filming it was somewhat difficult given the size of it and the fact that it wouldn't really finish on my modelling table. I've learnt a lot from doing this, and one of the main takeaways is that I probably wouldn't use foam board again. It's very easy to cut, very easy to manipulate, but the downside of it is that it's very lightweight and is prone to kind of being bashed around and bent, etc. The whole purpose of my channel is to learn things and to work out what does work for me and what doesn't work. So I've taken away a lot from it. Obviously I haven't actually finished what I'm building at the moment, but obviously I'm going to learn a lot from using foam board, and actually there are plenty of applications that could be used on a traditional kind of wood baseboard anyway. So to give an idea of what's going to happen, the retaining wall here is actually going to go round into this corner here, and then there's going to be a warehouse end, a low relief warehouse end that will come out here, and I will probably try and make it look like there's a road going off into the background over there. But again, I need to kind of play around with the spacings of everything. So over in this corner, the buildings will carry on as far as I can get them to go. I've got one more building to put in yet. And again, I will make it look like it goes around a corner into another road. And then in this corner here, what I'm thinking of doing is having a tunnel mouth over here somewhere, and then a grassy embankment that goes up kind of away from it, and then just a printed probably back scene of a scene, or maybe even just blue kind of sky. But I've got to work out how much space I've got at the far end as to whether or not it will fit in. And I don't want it to look too kind of improbable. But that's the plan for the space. Now, I know a lot of people won't call this a layout, but I am, because it's my first layout and that's what I'm sticking to. So it's a case of rule number 1. So what's next? I've got to build up the back scene and the step for the retaining wall and the buildings to sit on. So that'll come next, and then the next thing will be track laying. So if you've enjoyed this video, I've got other videos in playlists over here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.